In a small, forgotten village lived a 15-year-old boy named Ayan. He had nothing, no new clothes, no fancy shoes, no full meals. His father worked as a simple carpenter. His mother stitched clothes just to keep the lights on. But Ayan had something that no one could see, a dream that refused to die. He wanted to become an athlete, a runner who would one day represent his country. Every evening, he would watch runners on an old black and white TV at his neighbor's house, his eyes burning with hope. People laughed. They said, "Look at this poor boy chasing stars he'll never reach." But Ayan didn't argue. He answered them with silence and sweat. Before sunrise, when the world still slept, Ayan ran. No stadium, no track, only dusty roads and torn shoes. Every step hurt, every breath burned. But his heart whispered, "One day, they'll know your name." He fell, he bled, he cried, but he never stopped. Because Ayan wasn't just running for a medal, he was running away from poverty, from pain, from a life that said, "You can't." One morning, fate noticed him. A coach from the city was visiting the village for a wedding. While walking at dawn, he saw something. A boy running barefoot through the dust, with eyes full of fire. The coach stopped. He watched. There was something different in this boy's run, not just speed, but purpose. The next day, the coach waited again. There he was, Ayan, running like his life depended on it. After a few days, the coach finally spoke. "Why do you run like this?" he asked. Ayan looked up and said quietly, "Because I want to change my life. I want to make my parents proud. I want to matter." That one answer changed everything. The coach saw in Ayan what most people never see. Discipline. Not talent, not luck. Discipline. He took Ayan under his guidance, brought him to the city, gave him a place to stay, and his first new pair of shoes. Ayan held those shoes and cried. They weren't just shoes, they were hope made real. City life was tough. Other athletes came from rich families. They mocked him, called him the village boy. But Ayan didn't talk back. He trained harder. When they slept, he ran. When they scrolled their phones, he ran. When they rested, he dreamed. He remembered the nights his parents slept hungry, the times he studied under a streetlight. That pain became his fuel. 1 year later, the day arrived. His first national race. No one knew his name, but when the whistle blew, Ayan didn't just run, he flew. Every step carried his parents' sacrifices. Every breath was a promise to his past. When he crossed the finish line, the crowd went silent. Then they roared. Ayan had won. Tears streamed down his face as the gold medal touched his chest. His mother held it and said, "This isn't just gold. This is our new life." When a reporter asked him, "What made you win?" Ayan smiled and said one word, "Discipline." He continued, "Discipline is the power that turns pain into strength. It gives direction to dreams. I didn't have money, I didn't have comfort, but I had discipline, and that was enough. Today, Ayan runs not just for medals, but for every child who believes they are too poor, too small, too weak to dream. He tells them, "Don't let your background become your boundary. Let your discipline become your power." This isn't just a story. It's a mirror. Look into it and ask yourself, do you have a dream? And more importantly, do you have the discipline to reach it? Because success isn't built in one day, it's built every day, through small steps, silent battles, and unstoppable discipline. Remember, excuses might comfort you today, but discipline will build your tomorrow. So be like Ayan. Run, fall, rise, repeat. Because the world remembers not the ones who had comfort, but the ones who had discipline.